Hi BookTube, it's Missy, and today I'm going to share with you guys my weekly wrap-up for week 8. I started a whole bunch of books last week, or continued reading a whole bunch of books last week, but I did finish 2 books this weekend, which I'm really excited about, and so let me share them with you now. The first book I want to share with you guys is, drumroll, The Edge of the Water by Elizabeth George. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Let me get closer. I've had this book on my shelf for 7 months. I borrowed this from the library July 14th, 2014. I've renewed this book 15 times because I don't like DNFing books. I wanted to finish it. It took me 7 months, but I finally did. I need a round of applause. I'm so good. Man, was this a struggle. Let me refresh you guys on what the first book's about. The first book, The Edge of Nowhere, is about Becca. I can't remember her last name at the moment, but she's from San Diego. She can read minds. Her mother knows this, and one day, while they're making breakfast or something, they're just in the kitchen, she hears her stepfather say that he killed his business partner. So when the dad isn't around, she tells her mom. The mom gets freaked out, and they're now on the run. Becca gets dropped off at Whidbey Island, which is an island outside of Washington State. The mom drops her off, says that I have a friend, I've already spoken to her, you're going to stay with her, everything's going to be fine. I'm going to go to Canada, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to have a place to live, and then I'll come back for you. So Becca goes to meet this friend, finds out the friend died the day that she arrived by like a heart attack or something, and now she's stuck. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know anybody on this island. She's 15. She needs to be enrolled in school. She needs a place to live, food, money, transportation, all that jazz, and she has nothing. She doesn't know what's going to happen. A few people on the island take pity on her, and they help her out. Again, nobody knows her background story. They don't know why she's on this island, but they take pity on her, and they get her, you know, the help she needs by enrolling her in school and giving her a place to live and stuff. But that's the whole book. Becca wondering if she's going to be caught by her stepdad and, you know, living life on this island alone at 15. So now we go and we're in the sequel, which is The Edge of the Water. And I was hoping that this would be a continuation of the first, which it is, you know, but there's so many subplots to this book that it's not like I was confused, but it just irritated me. It was like watching a teen soap opera, but in book form. So you have Becca's story, then you have Derek, which is her ex-boyfriend, and his story. And he's from Uganda, but he was adopted, and right now he's going out with this girl, and they don't know if they're going to, like, do it or not. She's supposed to be chaste because of, like, religious, you know, promises, and it's just, it's so annoying. I don't care about Derek and this other girl, Courtney. I don't care about Derek and Courtney. I don't care. Let's get back to Becca's story. And then there's Jen and her story. Jen doesn't know if she's a lesbian or not. She kind of has a crush on her childhood friend, but she doesn't know. Now she has to help this new lady that's come to town named Annie, who's in search for the black seal that comes every single year to this island, you know. That's Annie's story. I don't care about Annie, and I don't care about Jen's story, but they're all bunched into here. There's like tons and tons of info. And basically, instead of getting Becca's story, because this is all about Becca, you get most of the story is about a black seal, and it's intertwined in with this black seal. And when I found out what the black seal was at the end of the book, I almost threw the book. Are you telling me that I read this entire book thinking that this was some kind of, you know, like regular fiction, but then there's like this fantasy element involved, and I'm just like, Mind blown. If this fantasy element started at the beginning, like in book 1, I would have been completely fine. But it didn't. They brought it up here. It has no place. There's no magical realism in this book. I mean, there's a little bit of, you know, mind reading, which it's not, I mean, I've never met a person that can mind read. I don't know if it's true or not, you can mind read, but it's not unicorns. Does that make sense? Like, there could be people that sort of read minds or something. It's probable, but a unicorn is not. And that's the kind of stuff that came in this book. 2 stars. I gave it 2 stars. There's a 3rd book. I don't even want to read the 3rd book, but I don't give up on series. And so if that's the case, I can't handle Elizabeth George this year. No more from her. I will read the 3rd book maybe next year, but I'm done. Oh, this book. It wasn't even bad. It was just poorly put together. I mean, they could have been novellas with, you know, the same characters. I don't know. Just annoying. So I was super excited to put this book down at 3 in the morning on Sunday and pick up something else. The next book I picked up was Unhinged by A.G. Howard. This is the sequel to Splintered. In Splintered, we meet Alyssa Gardner. Thinks her mom's crazy. Her mom, Allison, is in a mental institution because her mom says she can talk to flowers and bugs. Her dad had her committed. The daughter thinks she's crazy. And Allison's really good at playing crazy. So there's no way Alyssa believes that her mom is telling the truth. One day, Alyssa ends up finding these clues that her mom left behind that she wasn't supposed to find out. She puts them all together. She goes to London. She goes down the rabbit hole, and she ends up in Wonderland. This beautiful boy here, this is Morpheus. Morpheus is a moth, fae creature that lives in Wonderland, and he's also her childhood dream friend. And let me explain that. He comes to Alyssa in her dreams. They've had many adventures in Wonderland, but she's never left her bedroom. Although it's real to him, it's always been fantasy to her. She just thought, you know, that she made these things up. When she meets Morpheus for reals, she's shocked that this is actually a place, that her mom is not crazy, that her mom's actually knows what she's talking about, and Alyssa wants nothing to do with Wonderland. She wants to go back to the human world, live her life with Jeb, which is her boyfriend, and just forget about all this weird stuff. Now, in Unhinged, it's a year later. Alyssa is still with Jeb. They are thinking about going to college in London for art. She wants everything about Wonderland to be her past. She doesn't want to have anything to do with Morpheus, anything to do with crazy stuff. She wants to be normal. She wants to live her life. And they just sneak right back up in there. Morpheus comes back to talk to her, tells her that Wonderland is falling apart and that she needs to help, and Alyssa doesn't want to. And there you go. Hopefully I didn't give you guys any spoilers. I'm pretty sure all of that is like on the back or an inside flap or whatever. It was awesome. I started reading this book or listening to it on audio, and it wasn't that bad. I got to chapter 10, but it just wasn't going as fast as I wanted it to. And of course I could have like sped up the voice or whatever, but it's just so satisfying to read a book in the physical form sometimes. I mean, you want to see the pretty pictures. Like, well, there's no pictures, but you see the, like, just the curly cues and the swirls. Like, I wanted to see the purple prints. I wanted to see each chapter, the little, like, heading. I wanted to feel the pages, and it was just so satisfying. And I loved this book. I gave it 5 stars. I cannot wait to read Ensnared, but I'm going to hold off and start it in March, only because if I were to start it now, I would not even pick up another book this week, and I kind of have a lot of books that I need to continue reading. So, a 5-star book and a 2-star book. those are the 2 books that I read or finished last week. So let me share with you guys the books that I'm currently reading. I am still reading Kneebone Boy by Ellen Potter. I am 73 pages in, and it's okay. This is a middle grade book, and I haven't even gotten to like anything magical yet. They're just 3 kids who are stuck in London. Their dad has gone off to do, you know, business work, and the person that they're supposed to stay with is not really there, and now they're stuck. They don't know if they should just go back and stay at their house while their dad's gone, or find a place to hide out until the dad comes back. But they're enjoying their freedom, if you will, and it's nothing extravagant yet. If I had to give it a star rating, it would be 2 because it's not very interesting, but it may bump up to more later on. It might get better. All right, I am also currently reading Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. I am buddy reading this with Sylvia over at Wish Fulfillment, and we got to 102 pages. My next goal is to read up to page 200 by this Friday. I am absolutely loving this book so far. I was really worried because I didn't like the movie, and it might have been I don't even know why I didn't like the movie. I love what is his name?
Something Irons. His son is Max. His first name is Jeremy. I love Jeremy Irons. I think if I was his age, I would totally go for him. He's gorgeous. I don't know why. Maybe it's his voice. He's brilliant, and I love him, and he's in the movie. And there's a lot of really good quality actors and actresses in the movie. But I just, for some reason, I didn't like it. And it's probably because a lot of the good stuff was taken out and made shorter for the film. And so far, only 100 pages in, I'm starting to see the things that they didn't add into the movie that they should have that would have made me like it more.
I cannot wait to finish this book. We're going to continue reading it the rest of the week and then throughout March. And then hopefully Sylvia will get the movie either borrowed or bought or whatever. And then we will do a, you know, a book versus movie kind of thing. Because I do own the movie. And yeah, so I am currently reading that. Now there's going to be 2 books that I will be starting this week, and that is Wondrous Strange by Leslie Livingston. This was my TBR pick, and it's not that long. It is, where is it? 327 pages. Not too bad. This is a fairy book, so I'm hoping I like it. And then I also got Lock and Key, Keys to the Kingdom, which is volume 4 by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. This is the 4th volume of the Lock and Key graphic novel series. It's got lots of gore. Let me show you a page that doesn't have gore in it. There is the drawings there. I really am enjoying this series, so I can't wait to read that one. And that's it. Those are, well, that's it. This video will be too long if I continue to tell you all the books that I'm currently reading. So I'll share with you whatever I finish or start next Monday. But so far, 4 books is enough for me. I hope you are having a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!